What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 13 different altcoins in this video today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. These coins are all requested at you, the viewer's discretion. If you have a coin that you want to see, a stock or whatever, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I will leave a list of the coins that I'm going to talk about in the description. That way I don't waste any more time with this introduction. You can scroll down there, see the coins. If there's no timestamps attached at the moment, it's because I haven't gone back through and edited this video yet, right? I'm going to post the video, push it out there so people can see it, and then in about an hour I'll probably edit it and put those timestamps in there. So if you don't see them, you're watching this video early. If you do see them, well, take advantage of it, hop around, go ahead and see which coins you like, or just watch the whole video. Very much encourage that everybody watches the whole video. Pushes the content more, helps the channel grow, whatever. But anyways, enough shilling of the channel there. Let's get started. PLI is the first coin that we're going to talk about. Daniel Bandini is the requester. Shout out to Daniel. Plug in here, having a very long, boring, and devastating at times sell-off. Coming back with a vengeance, bro. Coming back with a vengeance. Right to the area that we expected that it would, right? It's been a little while since we talked about it, but I did say we'd probably go, I actually think I said we'd go a little bit higher, right? Probably around 6 to 6.5 cents, I think sounds about right. Maybe it was 5.8 cents. So I think we could go a little bit higher. You're tipping this area already now. You're pretty hot on your RSI. You could get hotter. Ah, there we go. Therein lies the truth. Bearish divergence on your daily RSI. And you're rejecting now. You have 10 hours and 48 minutes left. BitTrue, it runs at a different kind of schedule, so like their days end at an earlier time. Volume's dying off as you're moving up, yes. Plugins also available on Bitmart, and same kind of scenario. So I would say, yeah, you probably do top off here. It makes sense that you top off here, right? You found resistance before. Bearish divergence, where you're probably going to go is all the way back down here, probably down to about 3.5 cents. You're at 4.65 cents now, so 3.5 cents and probably just below there. It's very common to go back where the divergence formed and actually go below that. So right below that is the 382, okay? We take away everything that I say, okay? Every single thing that I've said in this video. If I could give you one thing at all, I would say from this low to this high, when you have a very strong move, it's incredibly common to find support on the 382 and continue to rally from there. So the 382, and also it's incredibly common to go just below your 382. Your 382 is at 3.175 cents. Just below there is these lows here. So I would say between 3.175 and that low that you have there, which is at 2.97 cents. Between that area, 3.175 cents and 2.97 cents. I think that's where you're going to go for your low. Good time to buy. I would buy anytime that it's probably below like 3.5 cents, or if you really want to get close to it, 3.2 cents. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And then from there, yeah, you probably rally, man. You probably do move up from there, I would assume. This chart's kind of wacky, but that's a lot of volume coming in here. I would assume you probably do continue on to rally to like 8 cents, 11 cents, maybe even beyond there after you have a little bit more of a pullback, okay? And look at that, 382 down here, down at about 3.5 cents there. It's perfect. It's so perfect. So a little bit lower. And if you look at the weekly RSI, or if you look at the weekly price action with this, it would make sense you pull back down here. Every time you found resistance in this zone, you went down literally right to the area that I'm calling for. So PLI, that's that. Let's go to the next one. ZEC, Zcash for cow. We're going to talk about that. Not ZEC, Zcash on Coinbase here. Looking at it here, very, very bullish, kind of a parabolic move, actually. You could still be in this parabolic move. That's the thing with parabolic moves, man. You don't really know when they're going to stop. And I would have a feeling this thing does keep going. So you might have found your low already. I don't know. Hard to say. But if you haven't, it's not going to be much lower that you go. From a high to a low, found resistance at your 0.5, found support at your 382. Next stop is the 61869. And at the rate you're growing, probably by the end of the month, if not sometime in January, you'll be up at, what is that, 14 bucks? No, I'm sorry, $114 to 146 bucks. You're at 59 bucks now. So I very much expect that's what's going to happen with Zcash, yeah. Very nice rounded out bottom, even nicer parabolic move going on right now with the volume coming in at clutch areas. So yeah, I think you do continue to move up. That was pretty simple. You found your low. Week to week, over the next like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, you're going to be up at 114 bucks to 150 bucks, yeah. Zcash, there's that. Easy peasy. Zano here on MEXC. Is there more data on CoinEx? A little bit. CoinEx tends to get those earlier historical readings. at least from what I found. High to low here, pulling all the way up, man. You're at $12.33 right now, $12.33. You could go up to $14.28. You have that potential. Daily's losing some steam. You're pretty high on your RSI, man. You're at the 90s there. I still think you reach for it, man. I really do. I think you reach for 14.28. Let's look at the 4-hour. Bearish divergence, though. It's devastating. Maybe not, though. Maybe not, because you only have one drive of bearish divergence. You could form another drive, come up, get another drive in, get that lower high, get a higher high, and then it's down, right? Then it's down. If you don't move up, I'd be a little disappointed because I'm going to make the call. I think you hit 14.28 before you stop, but then once you hit 14.28, you likely pull all the way back down to $7.93 or lower, down to 580, somewhere in this zone. There is the potential, but it's unlikely, that you would find support on the 886. Sometimes you do see a little 2272, 1886 respect, and in which case you could bounce off $10, and that is a psychological level in itself. So you could, but don't expect just because you bounce there doesn't mean you're absolved of going lower, right? It could inevitably take you lower. I would very much say that 1430 is where you're going to go. You're at 1233 now. After that, a rejection down to 790 is the expectation. And you probably find support there and then continue moving higher. But if not, 580 or somewhere in between. But that's the best I got for this one, man. Yeah, a little bit higher. I think you've got it. I think you've got it in you a little bit higher, and then we can start selling off. If I'm wrong, then you're going to start selling off now. But definitely a good time to start taking profits. Probably not a good time to enter into Zano. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Definitely going to provide opportunities to buy at lower prices than it is now, and at that point it'd be a green light to buy. This thing's just getting started too, man. It's got a lot further to go by the end of this cycle, man. It doesn't stop here, but it might stop here for a second. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, Zano. BSV is the next one for Party Boy, Mr. Party Boy to you. Bitcoin SV here. Looking at it on a daily perspective. Lower lows on the RSI, lower lows on the price, dramatic sell-off there. Probably, you even kind of had this like parabolic look with you too, kind of. That's probably it. That's probably the low for Bitcoin SV. High to low here on the fibs. Come on, if I could get it. There we go. If not, maybe you pull back to $53.58. You're at $63 now. Maybe you do that, but you don't have to. I think that's fine. You probably start working your way back up, right, slowly but surely, and then going into Christmas time, I would expect you rally. You probably see prices above $100, or around $90 to $120 by the end of the year. By the end of January is what I'm thinking for BSV. Yeah, back around these high points here. That's my thoughts. If not, you can see this thing just take off. It really could see a move all the way up to the 200s. It's possible. I'm not expecting that. I'd more expect something around 116 to $96, something in that range by the end of the month, end of the year. But we'll see. That's BSV. Easy peasy, right? Actually, let's look at the daily RSI real quick. Maybe the 4-hour. 4 hours off the map. I would think you're near your low, man. If you haven't found your low, you're very near it. Okay, that's the best that I can say there. TRB is the next one for Mr. Party Boy as well. Teller Network or Teller, whatever it's called, on a weekly basis. From a high to a low. Come on now. High to a low. Consolidating. Bullish looking weekly RSI. I think you're fine. I like where you're finding support. I like how you're building. Yeah, it's a little weird looking, but I think you're fine here. I bet you do continue to move up. Low to high. What are you doing? You could go lower. I don't know, man. Such a weird chart. I don't think you do. I think you got nice higher lows coming in. I think you do make your move up higher. Let's take a fib based off of that. Let's do that real quick. High to low here. High to low. I bet your next move by the end of the year, by the end of the month, you're moving up to 198, 237, something like that. You're going to push for new all-time highs, maybe going into January, but I don't know if you get them by the end of January. But you'll probably be somewhere in the zone between 387 to 198. Let's just say $200 to $400, likely between $200 and $300 by the end of January is kind of my thoughts. And you're getting ready for that move now. I think that you'll see an eruptive move. You're no stranger to these very bullish moves, right? You haven't seen one in a while. You're at the right point where I think you're getting ready for that. You're seeing it in the RSI. So I think when it comes time for Christmas, you're probably going to get a nice pop out of this thing. I got to circle this one, man. I gotta circle this because this could be the winner here, Mr. Party Boy. Mr. Party Boy might walk away with a win tonight, guys. Beware. Beware. Ravencoin's the next one. RVN. You guys hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate you all for hitting that like button. Oh no, my phone. Phone's dying. Gotta plug it in. I had 2 chargers, and every time I actually always get 2 chargers, and then my wife takes one, and then I only have 1 charger, and I have 2 chargers for a day, and it's like I don't get it. I don't understand it, man, because it's like I haven't gotten 2 chargers in a while, so she must have a charger somewhere, using it. But then if I get 2 chargers tomorrow, I'll be back to 1 charger the next day. I don't get it. I don't understand. Anyways, we're at 2.5 cents right now. 2.5 cents right now. High to low, beyond my own personal shenanigans here. Weekly RSI looking bullish, yes. You know, maybe that's not the right fib to take. I think I do this every time. Let's take this high to low here. 618, there we go. 382, yeah, beautiful. Okay, I think you did find your low. I think that's it, right? RSI coming down right around the 40, higher low on the RSI as well, making strides higher, I would think. Yeah, it looks great, man. That's probably it. If you were to move lower, just like the rest of them, if you were to move lower just a little bit, you're at 2.5 cents, maybe move down to 2 cents, but I doubt you do. I think that was it. Consolidate, slowly move higher until Christmas week or right before Christmas week, and then we could pump up to 4.3 cents, 5 cents itself, probably by the end of the month, going into January. Who knows, man? This thing could see prices all the way up at 9 cents maybe in that time as well, but I don't think you'll get too much higher than that. That's Ravencoin. Let's talk about NEAR for ZSUN. NEAR protocol here. I think I didn't write it down. I'm not 100% sure, but I think ZSUN, I think you wanted me to do all-time high predictions for NEAR, so I'm going to do that. We're going to start with that. I do think NEAR will see new all-time high predictions, or new all-time high prices. High to low here, the minimum expectation would be $52. Maximum expectation would be $157. And I've run those numbers in the market caps before. I think that that's fine. I think that you could definitely see $157. You could even see $370 to $500. You could see those targets happen. But I'm not as confident in that, right? I mean, if we look at NEAR right now, you're at a $7.8 billion market cap, right? 7.8. So, you know, 10x here, that puts you at $78 billion, $80 billion. Like you're well over $100 billion here. You'd be at a multi $100 billion market cap, like $300 billion or something like that up here. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just wouldn't count on it. So something probably around like 157 to 81 bucks is more likely by the end of the cycle for NEAR. That's kind of my thoughts. You're at 643 now. Definitely got more than a 10x chance in NEAR protocol still. Even over a 20x potential is still in this thing, right? And more. On a 4-hour basis, higher lows in the RSI, lower lows in the price. It's bullish divergence. Daily price action, selling off. Daily RSI looks like it's in a good place to find support. If not, you could move lower. Just like a lot of cryptos, you could stand to go lower and still be fine. So if you drop from here NEAR protocol, if you drop more, don't worry about it. I think it's fine. From a low to a high, you dropped right to your 382. I'm very confident that that is your low. If you go lower just a little bit more, but I doubt you do, you're probably going to move up from here. Where are you going to move up to? You're at 643 on a breakout move already, right? You had this long phase consolidation. You're in your breakout move now. So ultimately, I would think based off of this, from a high to a low, you probably move up to about 12 bucks, 12 bucks and 5 cents, $17.50 probably by the end of this month, if not by the end of January. That's my kind of thought, something like that, right? Continuing on a path that probably takes you all the way up to new all-time highs, right? That's the thing. And let's see if any fibs line up with this from an all-time high to a low perspective. All-time high to the low here. Come on, there we go. 1272, very well with the 786, 886, 141 area. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Probably 12 bucks to 15 bucks by the end of January. That's my thoughts, yeah. Maybe 1750 though. Don't throw it out of the equation yet. But we take this fib away. You can see 61869 rejection. Normally you do after finding support here. This is your next area would be this zone here. So it all makes sense. I love seeing it. All right, that's NEAR. Let's move on to the next one. XYO for Alad Trebelsi. We're doing this for you, my friend. XYO USD. I almost wanted to give this one its own video, but I don't want to overload you guys with all these individual videos, man. So I kind of got to pick and choose. Generally, if they're in like the top 50, top 20, they will get their own video. If not, I gotta sling them together, man, because it's just the way it is, right? High to low. High to low here. Probably not that low, but high to low. Yeah. XYO doing some bullish things. Love seeing it, man. Last week you had a pump, 211%. Beautiful. Very overbought in your RSI, right? You'll probably consolidate for some time. You probably will consolidate for some time. Daily RSI, bearish divergence. Yeah. Let's look at something with a little bit more volume on it. Yeah. So you probably consolidate. You've got more to go to the downside, I think. XYO. What you did was you pulled back up, you found support or resistance at your like ICO, your initial offering that Coinbase had you listed for, right? Your initial listing offer or listing price. High to low here, pulled all the way up to your 786. Yeah, dude, you're going to reject. You guys, mark my words, 786 rejection, no joke. We've seen it so many times. Play by play right now, this is what it's going to look like, at least down to the 0.5, if not down to the 382. Either one of those things, right? Somewhere in between, fine. I like the 0.5. It's a previous area of resistance here, previous area of resistance here, previous area of support here. 1.573 cents. Mark my words, you're going to go down there. You're going to slam down there fast, dude. It's going to happen over the next like week or two down there. And you probably like move sideways for a second, and then you move up. You're probably not going to have an exciting end of year XYO, unfortunately. But that's my opinion. Yeah. Okay, let's move on from there. I felt like I had something else that I wanted to say, but that's, you know what, that's okay. NAKA. NAKA is the next one for Billy Saxon. We're doing that for you. NAKA. Nakamoto Games. Looking at it on a weekly basis, kind of reminds me of Bitcoin, kind of, just in the sense of like this consolidation phase here, right? Long, ugly to the downside. Very nice move up, kind of move down here. Looks like you're breaking out of this, like slowly breaking out of this, right? I wouldn't say that you're in this consolidation phase still. I think you've broken out, but let's just see from a high to a low here. You're at your 618, finding support on the 0.5. Nice, moving higher. Yeah, your next target, you're at $1.42. Nakamoto Games. By the end of this year, going into January, you'll be probably at 228 to 270. That's my thoughts. You're at $1.42 now, if not higher. You know, you could go higher. This thing, if it wants to hit the gas at any given time, man, you could see higher prices. But as long as you're moving up at this pace, I think 228 to 270 by the end of January is a totally doable target. And then maybe going into April, May, that's when you'll see these targets here. But yeah, you look good. You look bullish. Look like you want to move up for sure. No problem saying that at all. I don't think you go lower. Absolutely not. I think you found your low. That's Nakamoto. Let's talk about GHX now. GHX for the same person, Billy Saxon, hitting us with the GamerCoins. Weekly basis here. It looks pretty much that same kind of look, right? Downward, and then you're slowly breaking out of it to the upside. Kind of reminds me of BCHG, actually. Let's see. Low to high here. 382. Like, doesn't this just look, just real quick, so you see what I'm saying, right? BCHG. Like, doesn't it look pretty damn similar? Like, this chart, doesn't that look exactly like this chart? Like, it's pretty close, right? They're practically twins, right? This one's the prettier twin. This one's the uglier twin, but he's still handsome, whatever. Anyways, 382, 236, consolidation in that range. It's what they call a horizontal support area or a horizontal channel. Generally speaking, whenever you move down into these channels, continue to move out of them in that same way. I don't know if I would expect that with the overall kind of circumstances of the market right now. I would expect you probably move higher personally. So let's go with that call. From this high to this low here. You were at the 0.5 down to the 236. Weekly RSI is looking all right. Daily RSI looks bullish. Okay, cool. I think that's your low. I think you found your low on your price yet. If not, maybe a little bit lower, but I think you did it. I think you found your low, man. 4 hour looks good for a low down here, yeah. Volume dying off as you're moving down. All looks good. So your next target, you're at 9 cents. Going to 17.5 to 20 cents. That's probably where you're going to go. Makes sense that you top off there because that's your golden ratio zone, probably by the end of the month, if not by the end of the year, or by the end of January. And you also had resistance back here. So 17.5 to 20 cents. You're at 9 cents now. That's where I think you're going to go by the end of the year, if not by the end of January. Let's talk about Beam now. Beam is the next one that Billy Saxon requested as well. Beam here on Kraken. Capital. We'll do it on Kraken, okay. So a little bearish divergence here at the top. A little bit of bearish divergence there. Pulled back. That could have been it though, man. That bearish divergence, that really could have been it. That could have played out. But if we look at this thing for what it is, you know, you kind of draw this in the straightest line that you possibly can. It wouldn't be crazy if it went a little bit lower, right? It could afford to go lower. We look at the 4-hour RSI. It actually would make sense if it goes lower. So I think you could. This could be one of those coins that does go lower. After all, you had a very phenomenal month last month. What did you do? From a low in October to the high. Actually, that's not that phenomenal. That's actually not that crazy at all. It just looks phenomenal on the chart. Yeah, I bet you consolidate though. I bet you go lower just based on this chart. High to low, you probably pull back at least, I would think, to like 2.85 cents. You're at 3.33 cents now. If not, all the way back down to 2.3 cents. Time will tell, but you know, you really could pull all the way back down to 2.3 cents and still be fine. At any rate, yeah, I think you go lower. Beam. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about one more coin, Griffain for GenFizz XX. This is an AI, what do they call it? AI agent coin. That's what this person said it was. Griffain. 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 Testgriffain.com. That's a good name for it, right? Test, it's like a ad in itself. 24-hour volume, nice. That's good volume there. Market cap, that's not bad volume for your market cap, buddy. Hey, we might have a winner here, GenFizz. You might have a winner here, girl or guy. I would think guy or girl. I would think girl because Gen, but I don't discriminate, whatever. A lot of volume coming in, yeah, man. Yeah, buddy, looking good. High to low. Above your 1618, tearing through it, bro. You look so bullish. Wow. Let's pull this up. Hold up now. So good. So very good, bro. So good. So good. Look at you. Look at you. You're unstoppable. Okay, so while you're unstoppable, you might stop for a second. I bet you pull back to about, you got 17 cents now. You probably pull back just below 10 cents, if not right around 10 cents. But probably just below 10 cents, just above 9 cents. That's what I'm thinking you're going to do. You probably do that over the next day or two. Okay. You're going to move down a little bit. So if you want an opportunity to buy this thing, do that in that time frame. Do that then. Okay. And then I think really you're probably on your way dramatically higher. I want to see how you end today, okay? My analysis, my opinion, what I'm about to say could change. If you close today below the 618, if you close today below the 618 and the next day below the 618, likely you're going to go all the way back down to 6.5 cents, okay? If not, if you don't close today below that price, if you wick all the way down here and then you close back up above the 618, if you go down below 10 cents, down to just above 9 cents like I called for, if you do that and then you close above the 618, then you will move up more immediately. If not, consolidation maybe for the next week and a half or two down toward around 6.5 cents would be my guess. One way or another though, whenever you do, after like getting below the 618, whenever you do get back above it and close above it, when you're the next day that you close above 15 cents, which it could be today, would likely lead you upwards to 28 cents, 71 cents, and even as high as like $1.62, like non-stop from here, man. Like it could be like a week from now that you're up at these areas because you just look so bullish. Like you don't have to stop here. You could absolutely continue to run. So hard to say. I never like buying the tops. I would not want to buy here, but I definitely wouldn't want to sell here. If I was a seller, I'd wait for prices at least at like 70 cents or $1.60. If I was a buyer, I'd probably wait for prices below 10 cents. If I sold here and the price took off without me, I would eat that loss. I wouldn't buy back. If I bought here and the price went down, I would eat that loss and I would just wait. If I didn't buy here and the price took off without me, I would just eat that loss too, you know. But that's kind of the best guess that I could give it. This thing looks really good, I gotta say. GenFizz XX. Thank you for pointing this one out. This will be something to monitor for sure. Definitely something to watch going forward. But the winner tonight, undeniably, is TRB with Mr. Party Boy. Mr. Party Boy got the winner tonight. Congratulations. It's the one that I'm the most confident will go up in the shortest amount of time the most. So that's all I got to say. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. TRB, Mr. Party Boy, the winner tonight, yeah. Mainly because I believe when it rips, it's going to do phenomenal things. It's going to do a lot in a very short amount of time. It's got a lot of making up to do it. I think it's about to do it like over the next 2 weeks. It's not gonna happen over the next 2 weeks, but within the next week and a half, we're gonna start to see lift off. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. So this is the winner tonight. The last winner that I announced was Supra, and that one moved up 80% like 4 hours after I made the video. I'm not saying this one's gonna move up 80%. But let's keep the streak going, really is what I'm saying. Maybe move up 80% in a couple days or so. I don't know, but keep the streak up. Hopefully we get these winners, calling them winners in these videos, and we get some good results from them, you know. I don't know. It's just fun. That's the main reason we do it. But anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit that like button, subscribe. Bye-bye. Adios. Take care. If